And we start with a developing story and a special committee of the Judicial Service Commission investigating bribery allegations against Supreme Court Judge Philip Tunoi says it will present its findings this Friday. Well, this is after the expiry of the period within which it is supposed to complete hearings from Justice Tunoi, Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero and others who have been implicated in the allegations. That the committee, which was appointed last week, had been given 7 days to complete this particular task. And we just want to get an update of what has been taking place at the Supreme Court. And joining me live from the Supreme Court is our reporter Patrick Amimo. Thank you very much, Patrick, for staying with us. Now, the date has been moved to Friday when we will be able to get the findings. Why has it been moved to Friday? Do we know why?
Thank you, Betty. Indeed, as at now, it's only the chair of this particular special committee, Professor Margaret Kobe, was said they've gone to seek for an extension of time until Friday, because when the Chief Justice last week appointed this particular team, he gave them 7 days to complete the report. And they've said that, according to Professor Kobe, is that they've been sieving through the evidence given by various parties into this particular matter, and it appears that evidence is weighty, and there are some areas they still want to confirm and verify those allegations in order to come up with a report. And today, in fact, when the team came around, there were reports that they went to the Central Bank of Kenya to have a date with the officers at the bank to verify some documents that are related to this particular allegation. Yesterday we also had a team from the Safaricom who also came and gave their version, some data on some of the telephone conversations that are alleged to have occurred between the accuser Gilbert Kiplagat, Justice Philip Tunoi, and businessman Mike Onjeru, who said that Kiplagat alleges that did approach him and asked him to seek Tunoi's assistance into ensuring that that Governor Evans Kidero gets a favorable ruling at the Supreme Court against the case he was facing under his rival then, Ferdinand Waititu, who is now the Kabete MP. So the team has been going through these particular issues since 27th of last month until yesterday. They've been interviewing various witnesses around. On the first day, we had Gilbert Kiplagat, who is the complainant, and Justice Philip Tunoi. They appeared before the team, gave their side of the story. Yesterday, we also had lawyers Katwa Kigen and Issa Mansour and lawyer Andrew Musangi representing Mike Onjeru, also giving their side of the story. And also Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero was here yesterday and also gave his side of the story. And what happened was that all these 3 or 4 parties who appeared before this particular committee have denied the allegations. And we had Governor Kidero saying that he did not bribe anybody. He says he still maintains that he never gave a single cent to either judge or to any judge of the Supreme Court, either Justice Tunoi or any other person, because he believes he had a stronger case from the Court of Appeal, and that's why he went the whole hog to the Supreme Court, because he knew he would get a favorable judgment at the Supreme Court based on the strong case he had. And he says that the governor brought in a new twist, saying that the reason why this particular matter is ongoing, he was now blaming lawyer Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi for dragging him into this particular matter, because he says that Ahmed Nasir had approached him to assist him in the case at the Supreme Court after having a fee of 25 million shillings, which he saw was too high, and he declined. That's when Ahmed Nasir went to represent Waititu, and after that, now that's why Kidero is accusing lawyer Ahmed Nasir of making a smear campaign against him after he declined his legal services. Remember, on Saturday last week, we had lawyer Ahmed Nasir going to the blog, to his Twitter account, and say that the amount involved is not 200 million as reported, but it was 300 millions, and he claims that 4 other judges were involved. 4 judges are involved, and who are mentioned in the affidavit, but it's only to know whose name is appearing. But 4 other judges of the Supreme Court he alleges were involved, plus 2 others who are paid separately. So it's a matter that really brought a new twist into this particular, the whole saga. So this particular team, the Judicial Service Special Committee, is looking into these various allegations. So far, they are saying that their evidence will ensure that whatever verdict they make will be fair. It will be fair and accountable to all parties. So that is the assurance they are making, though they say that there's more to do. That's why they've asked for an extension of time from the Judicial Service Commission. Betty?
Right, Patrick, you have been following this particular case since it started, actually, and want to just talk about the impact of the findings if Philip Tunoi is actually found guilty of taking that bribe. What do you think would be the impact on him, also on the Supreme Court as an institution?
Indeed, there are two scenarios that might emerge. In case the team finds that the allegations are not substantive to warrant any case against Supreme Judge Philip Tunoi, then they might dismiss the allegations. And if they so dismiss the allegations as lacking any merit, then it will mean that the case will collapse. But if the team finds that there is substantial evidence to show that money exchanged hands, then the team might recommend setting up of a tribunal in their report. And when they hand it over to the President of the Supreme Court, Chief Justice Dr. Willy Mutunga, then that recommendation, we expect Dr. Mutunga to send it to the President, who will now be at liberty to establish a tribunal. Remember, the Constitution gives the President if he were to receive such a report of formation of a tribunal, he's supposed to institute it within 14 days, and once if it gets to a level of a tribunal, then it means the competent, that will be now it will be close to a court where now evidence will be gathered on various allegations. They'll dig deeper, witnesses will be invited, and then that's until they get to the bottom of the matter. The other
Right, we seem to be having an issue with Patrick Amimo's sound there, but of course it's just giving us an update of what took place earlier on at the Supreme Court. We will be able to know the findings of the special JSC committee that has been taking a look at the Philip Tunoi bribery allegations case on Friday. That is information that we got just a few minutes ago from the special JSC committee, that the findings will be made public on Friday. That of course means that they're still sieving through information that has been given by the witnesses who have been able to be interviewed in the last couple of days on what exactly took place and if indeed money exchanged hands. We will try to get Patrick Amimo later on.